But those who don't know, this is the column or the tree of the field medic in Killing Floor 2. It's a Killing Floor, it's a zombie type game called as Zeds. There are Zeds roaming around for those people who don't know about this game. And this is a medic tree. Now, if you focus on the red mark on the left side of the tree, these are all the perks you should be using when you play this class. So just read the perks. Like the first perk basically says when you heal your teammates, you heal yourself. It's a good perk. The next perk is that you give movement speed to people who you shoot your stims at. For the players who play World War Z, there are stims, there are healing darts in this game, which works same as stims, but the healing darts are much faster. You don't waste time in locking onto a player in World War Z. It's so stupid. Like, it's faster to stim yourself in World War Z than stim your teammates. That's how dumb it is. Next perk is focus injection. When you stim your teammates, you increase the damage they do to the enemies. So you're buffing them. Next perk is coagulant booster, which is when you stim your teammates, they have more damage resistance, so they are more tanky. And the last perk is basically you generate some healing glass when you have that time. That's about it. And it's a very short tree. There's nothing really complicated, and you can just use all of these perks and play the game, and it will all be a cooperative game. Because guess what? There is no invisibility or masking. You cannot send zombies or enemies to any players at all in this game. You cannot bait your teammates, and you cannot become invisible and escape from the game, and you cannot not play this game. You have to play this game. The other thing, as I said, is that none of these perks are rewarding for your teammates dying. They don't have any revive perks. Oh, some teammate is dead, now I get to pick them up so I get more health. Like, what is this nonsense? None of these perks are regenerating any of the medic's ability just by killing the Zeds. When you have perks which actually regenerate your abilities like medpacks or stims, which are dependent on those enemies, then you are competing for kills with your teammates, and that shouldn't be in any cooperative game. It's a bad thing. Killing Floor 2 doesn't have that. Those three are the main points why Killing Floor 2 medic, the field medic, is a better designed medic than the World War Z's pathetic medic. The YouTubers and the content creators and all of these people on Discord sharing builds and on Reddit and everywhere, they wouldn't tell you this. Because they have no idea how a medic should be played. They have no idea what's the job of the medic. They have nothing. They just copy paste and regurgitate the same nonsense which Saber Interactive has fed them and give it to the fans or the player base. Now, I'm not a Killing Floor 2 expert on this matter, so I don't have thousands of hours in this game, and neither do I want to have those hours, because I don't like this game ultimately. But if you want to have further knowledge, you can specifically ask high-level players like who have thousands of hours in this game. They would have more knowledge than me. But here's the thing, I already see a big problem with the field medic in Killing Floor 2 is that if you select any of the perks on the right side of the column, you can play solo in a cooperative game. And I do not like playing solo in a cooperative game. A cooperative game is meant to be played together with other players and not to be played solo. But if you select any of the right-sided perks with other people, it becomes a solo medic. So why have a medic in the team if it is doing only damage and not healing players? It defeats the purpose of the medic, which is the problem with Killing Floor 2, and I don't like that. The other problem I have with Killing Floor 2's medic is that the first perk, which is a good perk, but the problem is that the players in your team need to take damage for the medic to heal itself. This is not a medic. This is a pedophile, because nothing in this tree is cooperative at all. Like, you literally have to force yourself to play cooperatively. And I don't know why they call this game World War Z. They should be calling this game Bait War Z, because all you do in World War Z game or Bait War Z is to bait your teammates, and the player who baits the most gets to win the game. That is all it is, because the medic uses invisibility, the fixer uses invisibility, the slasher uses invisibility, the exterminator uses invisibility, the vanguard does not use invisibility, but it can also use invisibility by using the weapons which use invisibility, and also the vanguard can use sword and all other nonsensical perks where you kill your teammates and then revive them and then heal from them. Therefore, all of these classes are meant to just bait the teammates and then win by baiting those teammates. They should just call this game bait War Z and not World War Z. You see, the number one problem with the medic in World War Z is that it is not forced to heal itself by healing your teammates. The medic in World War Z can always heal itself, and it is much faster to heal itself because you can just heal yourself and be protected, and it can also steam yourself. Therefore, it is not incentivized at all to heal your teammates. There is no encouragement to heal your teammates, to heal yourself as a medic in World War Z. Whereas in Killing Floor 2, the medic has to heal the teammates to heal itself faster. Of course, it can heal itself, but it will be way slower to heal itself. So in Killing Floor 2, ultimately, you are incentivized or encouraged to heal your teammates to heal yourself. In World War Z, that is not the case, and this is the crux and the main point which I am trying to make is that the World War Z medic is a pedophile medic where you are not cooperating at all. You are not forced to do anything. You can just play solo and not heal your teammates and win the game. So the first column is pretty much pointless because the last two perks in the first column, they are meaningless because the teammate whom you are healing is going to lose its momentum, is going to lose its movement speed and be stationary to get healed. That is bad. These perks are again, healing faster does not mean anything when you can just heal yourself, and it is not again forcing to heal teammates to heal itself. That is the main problem. Like, what is this nonsense when you cannot be forced to heal your teammates to heal yourself? The second column is complete and utter garbage. All of these perks focus on reviving your teammates. That means you as a medic in a team is planning on your teammates going down so you can use all of these perks. Nobody is playing this game and planning to go down, and the medic is planning for its teammates to go down so it can get rewarded. And there is an interesting and a consistent and an effective gameplay loop which can be generated from this revive column and the masking, because with masking you can just bait your teammates and then they die or go down, then you revive them and get benefited from it, and then they die again and you can heal them again and they again can go down, and this is a complete cycle of reviving, dying and baiting. And that cycle is very effective in case of public games and in everywhere, that you keep baiting your teammates who go down and then you heal them and then bait again and they go down again, and this cycle repeats again and again. And this is why this is not a medic, this is a pedophile. They are only giving temporary health to your teammates, but they don't need temporary health because all of the damage classes, they already get temporary health, which is the armor, by playing those classes. So you do not need to give extra additional temporary health and maybe 25% more, because on higher difficulties it will just get evaporated really fast. That 25% will not last 1 microsecond when you get hit. The next bunch of columns are again utterly useless. They are just telling that the medic should suck its own dick rather than helping other players, because this is all passive medic buffs. This is medic generating its own medkits to heal itself instead of the teammates, because it can always heal itself faster than it can heal the players, and it is never incentivized to heal the teammates at all. This is again generating more steams and sucking its own dick, because that is what pedophiles do, and they never help and steam their teammates because they are not incentivized to do so, because steaming and healing yourself is faster than healing your teammates. There is one perk, again, gas perks are not useful at all. I don't know why they added gas perks. They reduce the visibility and you have to be stationary in that gas to get healed, and this game requires momentum, this game requires movements. So these gas perks are again useless. I don't know why they added them. Look at these perks, like killing 15 zombies gives you a medkit, killing special zombie gives you a steam, killing 15 zombies again gives you a steam. And I do not like these perks because you are competing with the damage dealers for the kills, and this should not exist in a cooperative game. In a cooperative game, you have bunch of roles, so your game should be designed around those roles, and everyone should have those roles to kill a specific enemy. The way you solve this is by just dividing all the enemies into different classes. Like the gas bags and the lurkers could have a different class, like a medium tier enemies, or the bulls and juggernaut could be a higher level enemies, and then you separate those kills into different classes, and that is how you build a role-playing game around classes. But you have made a game where you have role-playing and you give all the roles to do everything in the game, so the roles are competing against each other. In a cooperative environment, which does not make any sense. Also, look at these names. They look like titles of a book written by some pedophile. Look at this, Trail of Breadcrumbs. They don't need it at all. It was intentional. Sure, there's this one perk called as In the Zone where the steam pistol or medkit adds 50% firearm damage boost, but it does not work on the teammates. It only works on the medic, and we have specifically tested this. This does not work on the teammates, so you are not giving the firearm damage boost to the teammates at all. You are only sucking your own dick as a medic. The next is like Just a Scratch, which is the only useful perk, which is the only cooperative perk in this entire column, because the teammate you steam is gonna take a bit less damage than usually. But I think this is again useless because this needs a bit of a buff. The only other good cooperative perk is the Battle Surgeon, where you actually play the role of a medic to heal your teammates. So these are the only two good perks in the entire tree. But again, this 10% up from this and 10% from here, they are not sufficient on harder difficulties. They are not viable. So ultimately, the best way to play the medic is to just be shellfish and then bait another teammate and keep reviving, and this cycle continues. So that is the only way to play this game. All other playstyles are not viable because they are either bad or they are just nerfed versions of the good playstyles. And remember, in Killing Floor 2, I said that the medic buffs gives damage reduction and also movement speed to the damage dealer. So the medic in Killing Floor is doing all of those things while healing the teammates and being forced to heal the teammates to heal itself. That means the medic in Killing Floor 2 is much better than the WWZ medic because it does a lot of things. It actually buffs the teammates instead of WWZ's medic, where it's only pretending to do anything. It's like they don't need it at all. It was intentional. And then they kill them and then do all this pedophile stuff. But the difficulty of this game right now is so low that even a 10-year-old kid can complete Extinction or 5 skull difficulty. That is the difficulty of this game. When you increase the difficulty of this game, where real high-skilled players would play this game and come together cooperatively, then the medic would be a useless class because all the problems I talked about will arise because the medic is doing nothing for those good players to survive. It is not buffing them at all. So it just could be replaced by any damage dealer, and the team would be more effective in that case because the medic is not doing anything. The medic is only meant for bad players to survive. And this is not an issue which is created now or 1 year ago. This has been in the game since day one. Since day fucking one. You do not raise this issue. You instead support all of these problems and don't speak out against them. Therefore, if you do not speak the problem and allow others to commit those problems or those crimes, then you become the problem and you become the criminal. I can pick every single class and talk about all of these problems and the perks are just wrong or just useless. And I also know the solutions to all of these problems. The point is, I do not have time to sit around for 10 hours and make lectures and videos like this. The point is, the medic becomes a bad class even without the invisibility. That is why I said, like, there is no good medic because it is bad even without the invisibility. Because it is not doing anything. It is just pretending. But I have tolerance and I can compromise. So when I play this game, I keep the medics who do not use invisibility alive because, okay, I can understand that your actions are still okay and you are still trying to steam every single person and those actions are equivalent to something of a good medic, then I can understand and compromise and keep you alive. But if you are using invisibility in my games, you are going into spectator mode